so I'm going to be showing you how to create this look. The Grand Fairy has always been an extremely big inspiration to me as a drag queen. I've always admired how aesthetically confusing and intimidating she was, but in person she's very approachable. So I'm going to be showing you how to do my makeup, everything except for my wig and the ears. These are actually custom, you won't be able to get them anywhere, but they're colored with Mirror on Paradise paint. I think I say that in the video too. But anyway, keep watching if you want to see how to do this. Bye! Okay, so to begin, the first thing you're going to do is cover your eyebrows in your preferred method. I am going to do that right now, and I will come back. Okay, so now my eyebrows are completely covered, and now what I'm going to do is go over them with a concealer. Not really the exact color of my skin, but close to it, because I'm actually out of the one that's my exact skin color. So I'm just mixing two together and painting that right over top of my eyebrows. And then when I'm done doing this, I'm just going to lightly powder it, and then I'm going to move on and show you how to do the base. Alright, so now my eyebrows are completely covered, and I've already taken the liberty of putting in my contacts. I got them from Pinky Paradise. They are 15 millimeters big, if you were wondering about the size, and unfortunately this particular style, they have little flowers in them in case you can't see. But this particular style is discontinued, but they have many other great styles in stock, so you should totally check them out. Okay, so now I'm going to begin doing my base. I always start by lining my waterlines with white, and then extending white all the way down to the very end of my eye socket right there. Now that that step's over with, I'm going to take my highlight color. This is 220 Mel Fit Me Stick. They're really cheap, I love them. I'm going to highlight all of my high points and go right over top of that white, in case you were wondering. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend everything with a wet cosmetic sponge, everything including the white. Now that I've finished highlighting, I'm going to set everything with my translucent powder. Now to finish up my highlights once and for all, I'm going to take this cheap ass white shimmer eyeshadow I got at the dollar store and lightly coat my highlights with it. Now for my contour, it's going to be a little bit different than usual. I usually like it to be harsh on the bottom and blended on top. This type is going to be blended on the bottom and harsh on top. Wait, yep, I said that right. Okay. Okay, so now that that's all done, you probably saw me fix everything up with my white powder and everything. The reason why I did that was because I felt like my cheekbones weren't as sharp as they could be. So I put it above and below, I blended it more below and less above. Now what I'm going to be doing is the contouring on my nose, my chin, and my forehead. I kind of forgot to mention this. To make my nose look a little bit more cartoony and pointed upwards like the Grand Fairies, well, the Great Fairies, I like to draw two parallel lines right here on my septum with my black eyeliner. And they shouldn't be very far from the nostril. And then you're going to turn those parallel lines into triangles, like so. And of course, they shouldn't touch the highlight on the tip of your nose, because then it would look too far upturned like a pig's nose. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to bust out the white eyeliner again, and I'm going to extend my eyes underneath to give them a more anime-like shape. Now that you've extended your under eyes, you can map out your eyeliner. I just like to do a straight line almost following this line here, and then connect the straight line to an arch overlapping my natural brow line, and then connecting to my inner corner. Okay, so now that I have my shapes drawn on, I'm going to fill them in with my liquid liner. I use Palladio in matte black. It's my favorite because I can use it for pretty much anything because of how easily it can be blended. It doesn't completely dry. It's like a watercolor. I love it. Okay, so now for my next step, I'm going to take my white eyeliner and draw my fake cartoon eyelid right here between my nose contour and my natural eyebrow. After that, I am going to take my contour color and extend my nose contour up over the eyelid. Now before I move on to doing my actual eyeshadow, I'm going to stipple a little bit of glitter on over top of my white eyelids. Okay, I've kind of already started, but if you can see that, what I did was I took a little bit of this pink eyeshadow. It's Dolly Pop by Sugar Pill. I took a tiny little bit of it because it's a very bright pink, and applied it to the very corner of my eyelid and blended it. It didn't really wipe off any of the glitter. The glitter is actually clear, so it gives it a really cool sparkly pink effect. So now I'm going to begin doing the sparkly pink and green parts of the makeup, which would start with me lining this little contour line above my eyelid with Acid Berry by Sugar Pill, my favorite green eyeshadow. I never fuck around with anything else. And I will show you what to do from there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the green and I'm going to draw 3 little spikes above the eyelid, and then I'm going to take a darker green and shade it. Now I'm going to line my lid with black and then blend it up into the green, following all of the little spikes. Now I'm going to draw the eyebrows on. I'm going to use Dolly Pop by Sugar Pill and then the darkest purple out of my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette. First edition. Hi BH Cosmetics. For my brow highlight, I'm going to draw a line with my white eyeliner right underneath that in kind of a triangular shape, and then blend it with a sponge tip. Now I'm going to go around all of my little green spikes with white, and then once again blend it out with my sponge tip. Okay, so I have that done, and I did this off of camera, but I set my white with the white powder from my contour palette right here. This powder. It's white, yeah. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is go around my under eye with green. I'm not going to make any fancy spikes or anything. I'm just going to line it with green. To finally kind of start tying up the top of the eye, I'm going to line all of the rough edges of the green with Dolly Pop by Sugar Pill. I've changed my mind about the bottom. I think I'm gonna start putting some spikes on there, because fuck it. I think she had those on the bottom too anyway. So, you know, put the spikes on if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm only putting 2 on. Once again, Acid Berry and then your favorite dark green eyeshadow. Midori would probably be great, but I don't have any. Okay, so now you probably saw I already lined my under eyes. Now I'm just gonna shade all of my green on my under eye. Okay, so the eyes are finished, and now I'm going to do some blush, and then I'll show you how I do the lips. For blush, I'm using, once again, Dolly Pop, and then shading that with 2AM, both by Sugar Pill. So now for the lips, I want them to be very dark. I'm once again using my black liquid eyeliner to draw them on, and then I'm going to fill them in with 2AM by Sugar Pill. Now I'm going to finish up everything with my huge pair of eyelashes. And now you're finished. This is the finished look. Well, I didn't do this on camera. I added my 2 little dots that I always do. This is just a pink cosplay wig. It was originally my wig for my Jessie cosplay, the one I was originally going to use, but I fucked it up really bad, so I just turned it into this. I threw some leaves in there. If you're wondering about the ears, I got them from the Renaissance Festival. I'm not familiar with the name of the makeup artist who made them, because the lady who made them was actually a makeup artist. I do know that she used Ben Nye liquid latex to make them and Mehron Paradise paint to paint them. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Hopefully you had as much fun watching me recreate this look as I had recreating it, and I will see you whenever I decide to make another tutorial. Bye!